Hi there, welcome back. It's Sunday today, and strangely as it sounds, I'm really missing work today. Why on a Sunday? Well, Sundays are often the most significant days of some of the leadership weeks that we run. We spend time in the communities, and one of the stalwarts of those communities has been a man called Patrick Magabula Hansley. Sadly, he passed away a few years ago, but amazingly, so many of his initiatives are still going, and they're going strong. Interestingly, he was recognized for his work in human settlements by India and the governments of Brazil long before he was recognized by South Africa, but he has made an extraordinary impact in those places. We used to visit Patrick on Sundays. His welcome was always warmer than his wide smile, and he proved to be a catalyst for conversation. He was a model of mobilization and an absolute, embodiment of empowerment. We would always learn so much more than just savings. We would learn about salvation from Patrick, and we would learn so much more than just housing. We would learn about humanity. Patrick initiated a number of saving schemes in those areas, and amazingly, again, he would come up with a rallying cry or a call to action. And all those saving schemes and gatherings would start off with Amandla. And the response would be Imali Nolwaz. And roughly translated, that was power comes through money and knowledge. Money seemed obvious. It was to get people together to save. And incredibly, some of those people have saved enough to build their own houses, both bigger, better, and even cheaper than a standard RDP house. But the knowledge was interesting because he said that's actually far more important. To get communities together is for them to understand each other, to know your neighbor, to really understand the dynamics of the community. He would start these initiatives, and then he would always, in typical Patrick style, pass them on to somebody else. And every time it was to women. He would explain, generally to the men in the group, there are 3 reasons for this. He said, firstly, women are far more concerned about the community than their own consumption. The second is that women absolutely are more connected. They talk, they gather information, they can find out why people were at the meetings for savings or not. And thirdly, he said, they're far more approachable. What 3 great leadership lessons right there. Community, connection, compassion. Patrick passed away in 2014, but his Seriti, his Isitunzi, his significant shadow of meaning, I guess, still lives on. And written on the inside wall of his home is this inscription. It says, our lives are very short, so we cannot afford to close them to others. We need to open the doors to our hearts, minds, and communities. By doing this, we will learn from each other. They will learn from our heart failures, and we will learn and live through their heartbeats. How will they know if we don't let them in? Whilst his lungs may have stopped, his heart still breathes and beats, and it beats strongly. Patrick let us in, and we are so much the richer for his presence. Have a peaceful Sunday, and we'll see you tomorrow.